Hello, I'm David Little, Director of Governmental Relations for NYSSBA. Our Home Field Advantage Day on June 3rd is especially significant this year. It's your opportunity to drive home the messages in NYSSBA's essential fiscal reform playbook, which we've given to state lawmakers and education officials. With less money in our future, our schools need a way to cope without cutting critical programs and staff. The playbook proposes a game plan to help school districts deal with the new fiscal realities while improving teaching and learning. In each case, NYSSBA has provided a workable, rational approach that will save hundreds of millions of dollars each year. Here are the 7 key plays that we propose. First, delay of game. Reform the Triborough Amendment, not repeal it. NYSSBA proposes that districts continue to pay current salaries, pensions, and health benefits, but they wouldn't provide step increases until a new contract is signed. We estimate school districts could annually save as much as $93.5 million. Second, eligible receiver. Adjust the last in, first out, or LIFO seniority rules. Salary alone shouldn't determine layoffs. The new factors would include teacher performance, length of service, specific school needs, and a teacher's certifications. Schools must have the best, most effective teachers in the classroom. This does it. Third, overtime. Expedite the teacher disciplinary process. The 30-28 process remains too costly and time-consuming. It takes an average of 502 days and costs more than $216,000. Let's expedite the process and save money. Establish a state selection process to curtail the delay in choosing a hearing officer for an impartial hearing. And let districts dismiss tenured personnel who've been convicted of a crime or don't have a license to teach. Let's also cap the length of suspensions with pay. Fourth, pass protection. NYSSBA proposes establishing a statewide maximum employer health care contribution for school districts and BOCES. Employers would pay no more than 85% toward an individual health insurance premium and 75% toward a family premium. This is still lower than the nationwide average and will save schools up to $178 million. Fifth, play action. Create new pension options. NYSSBA endorses pension legislation by the Empire Center for New York State Policy. This legislation would create 2 new pension system options for public employees: a flexible annuity defined contribution program owned by the employee, and a hybrid defined benefit and defined contribution program. It gives employees flexibility to maximize the potential earning of their pension plan. It also provides needed stability for public employers to plan budgets and manage costs. Sixth, special teams. Revise the special education system. NYSSBA would bring New York more in line with federal special education laws. We recommend creating an advisory committee to evaluate those laws which should continue to provide services beyond the federal requirements. The majority of other states successfully use the federal requirements for special education services, and it'll work fine once we protect those state mandates that aren't overly onerous or duplicative. This legislation would give the state time to determine which aspects of its system it wants to retain, while setting a timeline for removing the most burdensome and costly mandates. And finally, fair catch. Let schools piggyback purchases on other state and local contracts, or let them use national purchasing cooperatives. Local governments save an average of over 10% on purchasing when using national contracts. This means school districts could potentially save $770 million. Together, we call these reforms the Recover Act. Recover stands for Reduce Educational Costs, Optimize Vital Economic Resources. Let's use our home field advantage to promote the recovery of our schools from the biggest financial challenge in our generation. Ask your legislator to play ball. And good luck.